God bless you now. May God bless you now. May God bless you now. May God bless you now. Hip, 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 hooray!
And Honorable Kennedy was in Agyapong Asia Youth on his birthday. Any more interactive in Komobia and ordin. It means some papa no air canon. We youth now tia and motivate ye. Chrese metie papa na sema ya walk me de toto mabrabo ho ana me pick a lot of sense if papa no nsema walk am chrese ensema papa no all can any life experience and walk che youth no ana afi so osan so ehye youth no so nkran the motivation e won nsem mu no kra no woden enti wei ensem bia mpese me mafam hu se me ye youth yi eye abrante a ye frɛ no eye A+ kra so ye youth so ati utie nkofo mo online a omu kasa so mu ye youth a omutimi bo mu din se enso ye youth no na chese me kware me buru youth so etime mitimi tie the honorable kan bi etimi bese ye nyina ye share eye program ya honorable koye ewo eye oni youth yi hia ye nsem anu wo kan kasa no na ye nyina ye tie nsem wo kan no ne fa ba e wo mu firi mu menhwe papa ne personality ne how wo si kasa ne aya ne bu ofu ni sa etore bia no ma bufu wo Ghana ti papa no odwene ho aya etore bia ne bu ofu no wo fire kakra dia fam enti na ma ne kasa no sometimes na wo the fire fam na akofa asem dia aba no enti mayem fa eye na tem didie no na yi ne mo but yem fa nsem na wo kan papa na ewu mu no na ye make sure say betimi ahwese betimi adiso nko ade a me ye sure say beboae committee ni nsem a no ye me frado asen dompem ana me ye se ne manko school tem na me ye hia ni bana utie ha wo si kasa next one make it in life eno na me hu ana me de challenge me ho se me pese me ye se papa no sana me pese me ye se papa no yenti nsem a de to you tunani.
Once again, I say a big thank you to all of you that have made it possible to be here. It's simple. I just have to share my life story to the youth who think there is no hope. There is hope. If a poor son, Kwame Agyapong, today stand before all of you, then you, at the age between 20 and 26, that you are in this university or institution, I share with you and encourage you that you will do better than me, because I never went to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. I think at that portion they were referring to my good friend Kwame Agyapong. I went to university at the age of 33. After driving taxi, working at gas station, bakery, I decided to go to university. And the reason was that in 1992, I sponsored Professor Adubuahi, myself, Dr. Preku, and my boss, Lawyer Kojo from Esiru, were in his house at airport, and he was sure that he was going to win, so he was forming his cabinet. And at that age, I had contributed immensely towards his campaign. So I was thinking at least I'll be made a deputy minister. And in his room, I saw the list. I didn't know the man is a prophet or was a prophet then. I took offense. That is why I went to university. Because Professor Adubuahi tapped me here, said, "Young man, you're going to be a good businessman." I didn't understand. I thought maybe that time I had not gone to university and just a Swiss former, maybe I didn't qualify to be a minister. Not knowing he saw something in me. I wish today he's alive for him to see that young man he tapped, he showed us that time. So after struggling in 1992 and we lost the election, I decided to go to school, Fordham University. And even that, when I was at Fordham University, I had over $1 million in my account at a Greek bank in Ghana here. And my business, as you grow and come up, or my colleagues here that are into business will tell you, the level of dishonesty in this country when you are doing business. In my absence, those I left behind collapsed my business, and I had to leave. So I stopped the school, the third year, going to fourth year at 3.8, and twice appearing on American Who is Who, I left. And I remember my dean, Professor Houston, calling my house, telling my wife to convince me to come back to school. Another thing that inspired me to stop the school was that my professor, economic professor, introduced me to a company called Smith Bank. That was Solomon and Solomon, today Smith Bank. And they agreed with me, the third year student, to pay me $120,000 then. Myself and one colleague, may he so rest in peace, Atta from Achinsua, who also got opportunity to work with AT&T. Atta was 120 and they offered me 89 until I finished. So I went back home and asked my wife, so you mean after going to school all this while, I'll come back home with 89,000 and even minus Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is the tax you have to pay. So I'm not going to take home 89,000. At the same time, Prof, my business was collapsing. So I was in a crossroad, whether to finish or leave and go and do my business. If I had completed Fordham University, I would have been in jail. You know why? Because I introduced the US lottery first in Ghana here. And my workers were collecting $5,000, giving receipts in my company name and depositing the money into their own accounts. And they could not even deliver the purpose why the people paid the $5,000. So I was owing a lot. And therefore, if I had continued till the final year, 1 year, God knows how much I'll be in debt I will be. So I decided to come home. And young men and women listening to me, honesty pays. I came back, all the money that they've collected, I had to refund the money from the money that I had saved with our Greek bank to have my peace. Today, I tell you, all of them are dead broke because of dishonesty. They are all dead broke. And I have survived because of honesty. I am interested in the youth because I've realized in this country, politics especially, is dividing this country. Politics is dividing this country. And as a result, I see young men and women coming to me with their applications looking for jobs. And I will start by saying that the students here, take your destiny into your own hands, and sky will be the limit. Government cannot employ all students, 100,000 students graduating every year. Don't expect that government, no country, that the government employs almost all the students or the labor force. I believe government has to do its part. Government has to be responsible by creating enabling environment for conducive businesses, conducive environment for people, entrepreneurs to take over and also create jobs to employ or absorb the students that come out of college. In Ghana, we have about 900,000 government employees. And we have over 5-6 million young men and women, the labor force I'm talking about, looking for jobs. So if you want to succeed in life, today, use me as an example that a poor soul that was born in Agyapong, I carried my chop box and trunk from akufo-addo to Atsado College, Cape Coast. Today, because we have good road, it's 45 minutes. Prof, that time, it took about 4 hours from akufo-addo to Cape Coast. I got there, my hair was brown, my face was brown, everything. When I say brown, you understand, dust. A senior looked at me and called me, "Hey, come here. What is your name?" Say, "Kwame Agyapong." "Where are you from?" "Agyapong." And he stared at me, "Where is Agyapong?" Say, "Somewhere." Say, "A foam." You know, when you look at my trunk and chop box, it was painted with dust. But we survived. We survived with perseverance. You know, you see what we call dadama. Some of the students, Saturdays, I remember very well. Some, in fact, when I was in London about 2 years ago, a friend of mine confessed to me that he was going to chase a girl in Wesley Girls and he had to go and borrow a spotless white shirt from one of our classmates. I could not. In the first place, I seen Dumping English and Wesley Girls English. Yeah, you can imagine. They would not even look at you. So I was always sticking to my books, chewing baba. Because the English, sometimes from that village, you don't even understand. But you have to chew and pour. I could memorize it and give you dito. In fact, Macbeth, I can tell you, from Act 1, Scene 1, all the way to the end, it is when I went to university, then I could understood what I was actually chewing in Atsado College. But I chewed to pass. You know, with all this, you see friends, weekends, I will not mention names, it's not nice. They will come with their parents, luxury cars, and I remember one of them, he will put the car on reverse, and it says, "Attention please, this car is coming back. Attention please, this car is coming back." And we all go and surround the car, looking at the, you know, today when we see him, you know, it's hard work, trust me. I'm giving you all these references for you to know that there is hope if you take your destiny into your own hands and work hard. You can't sleep. You can't rely on government for everything. You can't rely on Agyapong for everything. You have to start something. Last week, we were at a funeral, and my good friend, His Excellency, was telling me, "Oh, as for the PK, you were lying." And I had to demonstrate to him. I had it on a plate, a bigger one. We have PK here, Tetra blade here, Nazareth is also a blade, Rob, and chocolate. So I'm going to Mr. Brian's place. I'll show you. Yes, PK chocolate, Tetra, Nazareth, yes, Rob. You know, and on vacation, I'll go to the airport and we sell my PK, and I'll see my classmates going to London. In fact, one day I came back and told my mother, "I'm not going to sell the PK again because God doesn't like me." Not knowing God was preparing me for a place better than that. With that hardship, and endurance. That is why I'm here today. And therefore, young men and women, never be solely headed that you've been to university and therefore your success is determined. It is not true. You have to work at it. And if you want to succeed in life, first thing in life is honesty. You have to be honest. A lot of people, when they are given opportunity, they try to steal, they try to be dishonest. The dishonest ones, it doesn't end well for them. So key to success, the first thing is honesty. Second, hard work. I hope you are taking notes, because those who think at the end of your education you're going to be rich because you have a degree from UPSA, it's not true. Education will help you to analyze your expenditure, the revenue coming in, and all those things. But if you are not honest in your dealings, I'm afraid you will not succeed. If you are not hardworking, you will not succeed. Hard work in terms of what? Before I bought the taxis that they were talking about, I was working at the gas station and at the same time bakery, Zaro Bakery. Zaro Bakery, 40 hours, I was making $120 a week take home. And my rent was $432. So if I'm earning $480 and I don't have extra job, I'll be left with what? About $48. So I had to do extra job by taking another job at Gasiteria gas station. And there, Monday 8 hours, Tuesday 8 hours, Wednesday 8 hours, Thursday 8 hours, Friday 8 hours, Saturday 24 hours, Sunday 24 hours, making 88 hours a week. Plus the Zaro Bakery, 40 hours a week, making 128 hours a week.
Wow.
And I was earning $400 a week, a guy without green card. That time, those with green card and American passports or American citizens, they will go to Waldorf Astoria or Hemsley Place, do their 8 hours, come back for their core 45 or Old English, and they will be enjoying themselves. That
on say yewo obi a oyewemfo yewo sikani eni wo premani yewo sankofo no mebre ho obi wo ho a abusua no ha wo musi training no e wo na abusua mu ntino wo check sai nipa kro no ha wo si bone bra eno bi na honorable Ken eka ho asem wa ono onim na chiu onim ba bi afuom ho no ofiri ba no onim da bia wo kasa bi o make reference asem dompem English o kasa na asa kai no ba bia ofiri a wo ba sa na masua firi ne ho timi meye bibia mehwe machi na makai de metimi aya ama machi de metimi aya aboa obi solutions na yehwehwe mem pese mebusa se ade na me papa anye wi na me manya de me mpesa asem me de na me dwene ho ono abo kasa otimi eka kosisu se ebra wa bono ntino mpese ne mma no ebebre se de ono no bre no enti wo training ne mma enti na japade ne oyenye ne ma o enya Ghana for mu dia o enya Ghana for dia o pre e de ama ne mma enti se da bi se nkora bi sore na so omo se ye kom de omo a ne mma ebedidi because omo papa bobra sa legacy ne bi na mepese me lady edrumre bi na enkofo bi asore esu a na me maasere because omo papa abobra sa na mepese me lady etimita tie na asem no na me piki words bi free mu na afemi so me de bi kame me de ho se de be ya ebedru ba bi no metimi akasasa de ono na ekasa no because o sika wutimi kan wa adwene sika timi adi bible kra atwero sika timi adi nyina ye unika pra utiti se edwan ti odi tie nkoma odi obobo sika bi so wa hala munti
time I'll be working. Through that, I bought my first taxi.
obi ya wose ono abu sika e de na wa ya magana onye de na magana o ma o Onye ma Ghana sese. Ala Ghana for na hwe no. Medwene ho a mentimi nte ase. Despite na yi mu nyina omo ho. Omo ye do metimi. De aka ne ye ne mmade na busuafo dia. So what I say? Sa na tie. Enti so obi papa wo sika na wo expect so obi papa mehwe wa ekombede wo. De tini say je bibi e ma wo nso ho. Emre wo ye ninka so. Ade chi ade sen ye konanim. Ede na wo ya ma wo ho. Eye bia so obi da bia de me pa achewo. Wo ye sa na wanim kura nipa hu kura na o mo serew. E wo se obi nso pa wa achewo na obi nso frɛ boss. Enti me pese me ye de papa yi bi. Da bia me hwe na me study na me read no na me tie nsɛm a wo ka na me monitor no the steps bi a wo ye. Me pese me ye sa ade ni bi. Enu na si me ni so. Enti na me pe na asɛm no because say nsɛm a wo ka no se wo ye boni o so ye papa o papa na ewo mu no na me misua firim. On promise will be a heaven. Or promise we nyansa, suya nyansa. Enti na me pe na asɛm. Yenti de ona boka.
And every day I saved $100. 30 days, $3,000. I'll go to New Jersey and buy an old car, either Caprice or Impala, Chevy Caprice or Chevy Impala. Then I'll go to my insurance company. Age was 28. He asked me, "Are you an African?" I said, "Yes." "Where are you from?" "Ghana." "What work do you do?" I said, "I drive taxi." "And we are buying this house?" I said, "Yes." That is 28. My house was just next to Jennifer Lopez's parents. That was 622. They were in 622 Commonwealth Avenue, and I was in 624 Commonwealth Avenue. It went on and on and on. Here we are today. So that poor boy, they were calling a phone when I raised my hands to answer questions. All the students would turn and look at me because I was the tallest and the oldest. I went to school secondary school at the age of 16, whilst Gatisams and the rest were aged 10 and 11. So when I raised my hands to answer a question, they all turned. Kwame Agyapong, Anu Blofu Chebe. You know, today they are proud of me. My classmates are really proud of me, and I thank them for that. So, Kwame Agyapong,
Na onim, me nye surprise to say. Ye wo mpanyimfo bi o moti eye program na se ana se Ghana fo adehye bi wo ti program na se a de honorable kan ne ho ye nahi. Me nye surprise. Enye de wo kan wo ti o. Na shi se wo aso obi be kan obi kan wo ti ja wo ye gaga kra dodo. Ye wo bi wo ho ti wo kan sa o. Ye wo bi wo ho a wo ti eye program na se a de Kwame Agyapong wo kan no. Obi kan wo ni tim se ja so ho wo ye gaga kra too much. Ontie de wo kan o. Etimemi wo ho misuro ni papa. Misuro ni papa. Because ade ni papa betimi aye no. Abo okra anasa abo akra makra ntimi nye. Enipa hu rough. Etimi enye obi wo ne mesere no ye na me show dinti ya na masma wo so meti e wo metirim. Me nji wundi ba akokra. Me mia me ho kra me nji me hu ni ma baje wadi. Eti wutie de Kwame ka enkofo motiti animu ho mo motiti mu ni enipa bitimu a na hyi ohun ni say wo ye tu no kra dodo. Onko busa ekwan ofa so a wonya de wo ya wo ka no. Obedi na temsisia. Enti me tie obi asem a na se nipa koro no e de adwumaden ne nya asa de na me pese me hu how wo si ye sa adwumaden ne how wo si survive ye. Na me pick bi eden efirim.
Anu Blofu Chebe. Look at the people here, just paying attention just to listen to me. Trust me, you can do it and do it better. It's just determination. You have to think big, dream big, talk big. Because in our society, when you dream big, your friends will tell you, "Oh, this guy is too new. He talks too big. You can't do it."
Asma me kind ni.
Never keep.
Asma me kind no onu angasa sisu no.
I'm giving you my strategy. Never keep things to yourself. Tell the deputy minister sitting here that I, Agyapong, I'm going to build 45-bedroom house and read my lips. I'll build it. But the moment you tell her, if you are not able to do it, you have failed. So by telling her or telling a second person becomes a challenge to you, and you have to fulfill all the things that you have said that you're going to do it.
True pa. Me that experience, you know. Se metiana me yese mitimi boa enyanka kunafo. Aye challenge as aye burden da me so. Even madano na me dwene obi a anopa obedi hu Ghana. Abeye hawa beda me so. Me hunu se wo se me ye. Because my country wiase nyina se sa na me ye. Enti abeye another part of me I was say there be a me dwene say nkofo no mo ha no e de na ekoso wo ho e de na asi wo ha we wakohwe we ama we sika we anya say we anya aduane we anya me sa dwene on na me che enti de kwa me kan a trooper senior man that say a trooper.
So tell somebody that one day I will be somebody, and you will be somebody if you are determined. Say after me, one day.
One day.
One day.
One day.
I'll be somebody.
I'll be somebody.
I'll be somebody.
I'll
Tell
be
your
somebody.
friend. One day.
One day.
One day.
One day.
I'll be somebody.
I'll be somebody.
And you will.
And I will, for
you
real.
Will. Don't give up in life
I'm even in it.
Challenges you are going through today. Turn all your negatives to be positive. By enduring the challenges and standing up to the challenges.
True pa. Me starting my programs here me online. A lot of challenges. Now you strike me page. Now you close me page. Now you report me page. Yes, no. Now still me see me because some mommy another way of thinking. Some mommy another way of creating awareness. Me ho because my year ba could be a feeling to me experience no. It is a wo share sia and no nkyere se ka fom ho. Enu mumu emma wo ehya wo den esama wo experience say hwe na wa hwe ase no ade na emma wo hwe ase no onkoye biem na wasa hwe ase because wo ko hwe ase no feelings na water ma hwe ase na no den ye kom de o it will try so say aba back it me ma hwe ase no e experience de mame da bia me ka kire nkofo say yere na so yiri jaaw na ko ware fofora ka che yere foforo no aware no unful respect and as a gratitude on show appreciation to dada no edi entia se wanyai wa senko wanyao to yire dada no enyai wo a nka new one enyao ana dada ni jai wo no adekro di jai wo no unsan ko ye biem na new one nso ajao enti da bia na wo se o show appreciation edi ma ba bia wo hwe ase no ti se nipa wo te wona show appreciation wo se da bia no utimi ku wani because tama wo hwe ase no de no mumu ye den eye wo ho afutuo eti da bia mo kancha mo yere mo so wo yere first one na wo ne jai no wa second one o show appreciation to the first one edi entia because say ba ko ne njai wa se nko anya ala ba ko ni jai wa de ko nti odi jai wo nko ye biem na second one so ajao nti when you experience from obi ba so show appreciation ono abo yenko a
it is not going to be smooth. Life, what I call life and success, is like multitudinous incardinal. Multitudinous incardinal.
Is a from
it's like waves, goes up, it comes down, and it goes up. If you go up and come down, you better get up, boy. If you don't get up, that's the end of you.
It's true.
But when you get down, it's the experience. When you get up again, you don't want to come down because when you were there, the terrible things you went through becomes a lesson to you. Friends that you buy beer for them to drink, when you get broke, the things they will say about you,
it's true,
all becomes a lesson.
It's true
that you would not want to get to that level again.
It's true. Me kai me ba Israel ha. Minya problem. ɛwɔ sikasɛm ho nkɔfo a na ɔmo ɛka m'akyiri asɛm ehu me ana ɔmo sere kyerɛ me bibia yɛ okay di maame yi saa nkɔfo ko na me hu ɔmo nyinaa enti me ni ɔmo tu anamɔ a minim how am sim no ɔmo tu anamɔ because me nje ɔmo ndi because minim setam a me hwe ase no minim de ɔmo ka fa me ho ana me hwe ase na man sɔre a nka ma hwie ya no enti me nam hɔ me experience man na me nam o minim bibia life bia metima yɛ life bia bi life bia no hɔ a mentimi nye bi because me hustler na me nam me ni bra me de nam no enti minim de akɔ nyina ti saa ne ti o check environment na wo na tama wo nya problem no omo ne wo sere sisi no omo ene ma o saa problem no enso tama wo ye na na bibia ye okay no omo na esa atwe aben wo asa bepe hype wo nchen enti wo hunu saa de no make sure say obema omo eye space big time space pa because opeso wo sa ba back no wo san asere wo enti me ti wo no menim eye me kura no enti me ti wo no ma eden me dwene me ho obi besi eti adumani ani asamwa ne no nsa so ati ase eye be na mebu.
And when you begin to think positively like that, trust me, you're going to succeed. And all those friends who were laughing at you, one day you invite them again, but you tell them to their face, I will tell you straight away, you know, whatever you said about me 10 years ago when I was broke, I know, but eat, drink, and go. But you have taught me a lesson. That is why I've succeeded.
And there was one I will miss Monsieur. And you miss me start here, yes, I didn't know more so and that could be invited to more one day. Big party pa, no my catcher or must said the honorable carry through. Memo my away seminim bar.
So life is how you make it. Nobody can do it for you.
Debbie.
See, I always tell my children that I may die one day, and when I'm dead and gone, because you did not go through the hardships I went through, you might not be able to sustain the wealth I've left behind.
So what I say? It's not make catch or say, Untimin Cassa honorable Siko is Cadian Wayama Ghana, or say, se wo kwa Agyapade a waja wa akire no o kire ne manan ye din sede bo metima hweso wo ye ne ba wan mo branad wani koto obi so comedy o obi antimi mo bra ma ono abo bra wo bo no obo ama ne ma o utiriye ye na so bi so a ono ne pe no de ama o e ya akyede humo bro no wono so no de ama wo onye ne ba o fili so o ma o bibi keke edunti mi ga se wono abuska o de no ya magana de no ya magana ade na wo ya ma wo ho eno ne ebusa Honorable de woye o kasa wate o se ne ma so wu a ne ma ene wo se ehwe nachi nti wo so wo choma ne na ne ma wo ye ne ba de mobra na fu ani tu obi so
I'm teaching them
so
them the hard way. You make a mistake, you're out.
So what?
One strike, you're out. Fortunately for me, I have many children.
So what?
So parable of the sower. Some will fall on the wayside, others will germinate. Then you move on. I'm inculcating discipline into them. I don't want them to be solely headed like those kids who were driving their father's cars. Attention, please, this car is coming back. You know, my son is here. We went to Dubai. He used his own money to buy his second car. I said, good. Whilst my brother came to me and said, oh, this is your Mercedes that you are not using. Why don't you give it to your son? I said, you see, you are older than me, but I have to tell you, you are foolish. You are foolish. That is why all your children have not succeeded. I should give my S-class to my son. When he graduated, honorable, the same school with you, that's where he did his master's, Wales. I bought him a first car. And his second car, he has to work and buy it himself. My brother was telling me, oh, give him your Mercedes S500. I said, me? S500? I was carrying water 6 a.m. in the morning. And he got the first car. Me, I wore shoe at the age of 16. 16, when I was going to secondary school. Even that, I had some severe beatings from my father. Because I didn't know he was going to London that time. And that time, you didn't need a visa. You only need money. And that poor teacher, I don't know, he didn't have money. He went and he was deported. So he brought his hunger back to Kumasi. And we were children of teachers. That time, all my friends, their parents have bought them shoes. So when you go to their house, then they'll go and bring the shoe. This is what my father bought me. That time, my father probably was in London airport being deported. I didn't know. So when he came and I said, I want a shoe, I remember very well. Kumasi Home Stores. That was the first time they opened Kumasi Home Stores. We went there, we couldn't get the shoe. And I said, I won't go home. So they convinced me to go home in a week later. I had severe beatings and they took me to my village. When my auntie saw the clothes I was wearing, he asked me, what's your problem? I can't take this. Straight, he put me in a train, sleeper, from Takoradi to Accra, to my mother. When my mother saw me, she asked, what is wrong with you? I said, I want shoe. And she started crying. That's it. That's all. And there's a shop opposite her place, Sika Ofie. So he went there and bought me my first shoe when I was going to Adisado College. So now you finish university, you have your own car. You spoil the car, you want me to buy you another one. Wow, it won't happen. We went to Dubai, he came to me, oh, Daddy, I bought a car. Now he's so chiseled, he doesn't want to spend. You see, he doesn't want to spend his money. First, at ease, oh, Daddy, then they'll be doing this. One day he was arrested by the police. They called me from America. Hey, my father is Agyapong, this and that. They called me. I said, yes, let me talk to the police officer. The police officer explained to me. I said, I'll lock him up. They lock him. My friend had to beg me for 3 hours. I said, no, I just turned off my phone. So I don't know how he got out. See, this is how I train my kids. And now he's doing very well. See, they have organized these beautiful things here. I say thank you to Kenneth and Safo and Oman FM, Ken City Media. You guys have done very well. So youth, in this country, we are rich. We can be from 10,000. So I gave a check, 10,000 cedis. Then it came to 5,000. And one woman gave it. The rest, they couldn't. Then they came to 500, 200. They were clapping. Saw a lot of people coming out with their 2 cedis, and the whole church was quiet. 1 cedi, quiet. 50 pesos, quiet. Okay. Then, chairman of the occasion, I had to talk. And I said, I'm very, very disappointed in Methodist Church. And because of your behavior today, I won't go to Methodist Church again. Because the first time I entered here, you said, oh, today can Agyapong abaya ye. Me the Freddy and this kind of man and your dog. But I see that old lady coming with 1 cedi with joy in her face. God will bless her more than me. But you didn't say thank you to them. So he said, oh, we apologize. Let us clap for those who brought 1 cedi. My mother swore never to invite me again. You know. So my reference is that all of you that go to church 24/7, I go once a year when I'm invited. When I go there, I'll be given the best seat because I've worked hard. And that day, all the 365 days collection you've given to the church, I can give 2 times more than that. And therefore, I'll be giving the best place. So why can't you be one of those guys who can also go there and give the best offering. You can only do that when you work hard. So please, let's take our destiny into our own hands. There is no witch anywhere. Before ni baby, when you fail in life, then you attribute it to your grandmother. You fail in life, you attribute it to your father.
True. Before ni baby, yankasa ne ya banfo no. Upe banfo huna. Na uhu wankasa hu o mero mu a wo na ye banfo. Banfo ni baby a. Udi ubone ye de obeye na unya sunsunsanso wiase banfo. Banfo nyole. Banfo bia ni baby a. De hia ne se obehwe nyanka awisia ne akunafo mpa ye mu ntimi mbobi. Omo abebo mpa ye ne de asoso ama. So what I say? It's simple. Enya yigidigidi bia.
When you were smoking jar, yeah, man. Yeah, today, morning chore, this. Was your grandmother there? Was he there? When you were stealing from your boss and you got fired, was your grandmother there? So please, I don't believe in those things. No witches anywhere. And come on, God, the way I run my mouth. If indeed there's witches that you claim to be, where will I be? No. You just have to take your destiny into your own hands. Challenge yourself. I'm doing what I'm doing today. I went to 37 Military Hospital and I said, I'm going to build ultra-modern cardiothoracic center for Ghana. I was yearning to do this because we have to prove to Ghanaians and ourselves that we can make it without a white man. Let's challenge ourselves that we can do it. I went there, the architect brought a design and he said 45 bedroom. How much? $2 million. I started laughing. Said, that's all. Kolebu, what is the size of the cardiothoracic center there? He said 30 beds. Say double it. Or give me 2.5 size of that. So today I cut a sword for 80 beds. I've given them a deposit. And I have 1 year to pay $3 million to finish the project with the equipment. And trust me, I'm going to do it, and I'll do it. Doctors, they crack their brains, work steady, and they don't pay them well. They wanted just $11,000 to go for training for 6 months to come and man this facility. And they don't have 11,000. For 1 year, 7 doctors can afford $11,000 each. Our calculators, 11,000 times 7 is 77. I said, I'll give you 100,000. Put the rest for allowance. I got this inspiration from a family. When my father was sick and admitted at St. Barnabas Hospital in New Jersey, whilst he was in the room, I was reading what is on the board. And the story goes like a couple, husband and wife, built the whole hospital. Although they've expanded it, they built the whole hospital for even me or I, the African, has benefited from there. So why can't I do the same for my country? I'm doing this for my country. No politics. NDC, MPP, CPP, we are all bogus. We are all bogus. We are polarizing the country, and it's about time that we speak and criticize ourselves and make sure we change the destiny of the youth of this country. I live for you. So live for your brother too. That's the only way we can change the destiny of this country. talking plenty, criticizing good things being done in this country, you get your opponent to turn it around and destroy the good intention of whatever you want to do. That must stop and move this country. I'm setting the pace and challenge for you, the youth, that if that poor boy from Asin Dompim has done it, you can do it better. If that poor boy who could not speak English, anytime you raise your hand, today, I raised $3 million at ease. A PK seller and a graduate like you will do far better than me. So you should have hope. You should have hope that the future will be bright. You are not going to be like this for the rest of your life. If you work hard, you don't cheat people. I tell the guys all the time that look, even when you are in the mood of having sex with your wife, a call will come. Can Agyapong, your money is ready. I say, honey, you got away, baby. I got to take that money. When I come back, fresh mind, good heart, I give you good sex. So you have to marry your job. That is what I mean. Marry your job, and your wife and family will be happy. And some of you will tell you, oh, okay, my wife and the family are home. I have to go home. When there's money to be made, Jimmy. Just pick a phone. Honey, you know what? I got some deal on the table here. Let me finish before. I'm going to be late for an hour or two. Finish the deal. You go home. Money is on the table. Manakajo said, when money is on the table, I've seen a nice lady who had come to complain to me that she is getting divorced. Why? Said, the husband cannot take care of the family. I say, wow, sky moja ampao. Oh, Drane Kacho, so money is not anything. Manakacho, read Ecclesiastes 10:19. It says, food is for laughter, wine is for merrymaking, and money answers it all. When you do that, you work hard, you make the money, you go to church on Sunday, you also give some to God. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against worshiping. No. Any man who says there's no God, to me, you are a fool. If you want to know God, just sleep. When you are tired and you sleep, ask yourself, when you were asleep, where were you? That body that is talking to everybody here, I go to bed and I'm nobody. That alone tells me there's a superior being. The superior being that I don't know is God, whatever you call it. So I believe in God. But I don't want to be over-reliant on God for everything. That is the problem I have in this country. We are over-reliant on God for everything. The white man brought this Christianity. Go to Germany and check how many people go to church. Go to England, check. Go to USA, check. And we are always in the church. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, my house in Tema. Monday I'll see, especially the lady. I'm going to my site as early as 5. The school filled. I said, gee. So I was with a Chinese lady, and she asked me, what are they saying?
Okay, we shall for any honorable meeting on it. You to no kushia ABC. Also, bet me to comment aba, but me messiano mammy brave papa you ho. Me who say aboa me because say or can send me maybe no say so will be a juma ewo ukrum Ghana mem involve a bushiani mem because on why be down my one succeed and what kind of crunty our cancer from there no me ye be bia mema enipa a omunyi mabusua na ebam na masa ma sa nipa na fa anda emrem se de be ya se nipa no yem bibia na mama mra ne di so obedam o si ebechi no ebe jeli no ho de nya ma asem. The most important thing is me bɔ madwuma ho ban. Etimi tie ni nsɛm a me fa nsɛm wo mu no se ye nyina ye make sure se ye wie bibi wo ye kurom Ghana ho na ye nkɔfo na ye fo mama ye adwuma no enyi ye nuanom na ye nkɔfo foforo na ye bɛye na ye ma ye ni akɔ ho amemmra ye adwuma wo ye ankase ye adwuma mu a because Bible class ba bia wo japade ho na wakoma wo entime makoma wo madwuma ho entime wo bɛye madwuma me make sure se adwuma na wo bɛye no emmra na wo ho no ya kyekyere e de atoa wo a wo da ho boso me metua wo ka uye bibi na mani nye ho na mbesa mechi utuma ma eche wo de watum memfa ho ne me pa acha osem bia ye ne sana bu se Ghana fo no adwene be start na ye adwuma ena nya afi na memi hia ho na me frɛ wo no ana me wo mpaebo ana me ko meeting na me ko a meji wadi na me nipa foforo aba me ni adaje for explanation ye yo mo sa bu so afo mo dwene a so mo dwene te se nipa na afi ni no ma bia be kama yen start ne nya sam ye so se bibia be kama ye nuanom mo Ghana de mu hia ye ai serious training no mu hia se de ye ni ye training ye wo ye ni akontuma ye we no ye betimi atri no mo so sa wo Ghana o meti ase onti ase sese wo betimi no comment aba